So believing that there's something wrong with you allows you to experience something being wrong with you. That's the paradox. The belief that there's something wrong creates the experience of there being something wrong. But nothing else does. Only the belief that there is something wrong with you creates the experience that there's something wrong with you. Nothing else actually creates that experience, which
Yes.
means that there is nothing wrong with you. You will improve, you will change, you will grow, you'll gain more insight into yourself, you'll be more precise, you'll guide yourself more precisely with more discernment. But just because you may not be doing that now doesn't mean something's wrong with you. Because you're not measuring yourself against who you will become, because you have no business doing that, because you don't know who that is yet. But you know who you are now and who you prefer to be now. So be who you prefer to be now. That's the only thing you need to be. You have no business measuring yourself against who you've been or who you might become. Those are different people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yes.
You can only be you. So be the you prefer to be. And don't find yourself coming up short by measuring yourself against who you think you're supposed to be.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Does that help you?
Yes, it does.
Was there something else then?
One last topic.
Yes.
I heard you talk about before in a transmission about the star system in Tau Ceti.
Yes.
And when you did, I got very excited because you said one day we would be like BFFs with them. So.
BFF.
Yeah. So you said a strong bond.
Yes.
And so I was excited enough to look into it, and there are...
You were excited not to look into it?
I was excited enough to look into it.
Enough, all right.
And there are two planets that orbit. I think one was called E and F, and one was rather close and warm, and one was a little further, kind of colder.
Yes.
And I want to know which one of those had the life on it.
Do you?
If it's relevant for me to know.
That's a very good way to end this conversation.
Okay, but I would still try to ask a question regarding that. You mentioned that they were kind of humanoid, but not.
Did I?
Yes.
How fascinating.
You can correct me if I'm wrong.
There is nothing to correct.
Okay. Would you like to get more specific on their appearance? Because I would like to connect in my
Do
dream.
you think that if I did, I would hold back?
No, but I'd like to connect with them in my dream time, and I'd like to be able to recognize.
You go right ahead.
But I'd like to be able to recognize.
You will, won't you?
Well, I trust if you say I will, then I will.
Of course you will. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you recognize the connection? What belief would be in the way of you recognizing the connection?
I guess I wasn't thinking about the connection that you mean right now, but more of like physical recognition. But you're saying that the energetic recognition would be stronger anyway. And
at first, although it might come with a physical image.
Yes, and I suppose I'll get that for myself.
I suppose you will. Mm-hmm. Pleasant dreams.
Thank you.
There simply are some things that it's not time to discuss.
Bashar?
And you good day.
Thank you so much. I feel very lucky to be up here again.
Oh, all right. Thank you for your synchronicity.
It's also synchronistic that my question is very similar to his first question.
Oh, all right.
So I want to talk a little bit about ego desires.
Ego.
So, to give you an example,
yes,
I also met someone and am now very attached in a negative way. I feel very like I need this person in my life or else I won't have as much fun or I won't be as happy or...
Aww.
And I know consciously that it doesn't make sense.
But
it's boring without that person.
Really? So, you believe that you're boring?
No, but...
You just said it's boring without that person. You understand there's no such thing as a boring situation, only bored minds?
Okay.
So you're saying that you are boring without them?
Yeah, I guess it's just like I enjoy the experience of it.
That's a different thing. That doesn't mean you're boring without them.
But
what?
It's painful when like I have an experience with this person and then I want more of that experience, but
And what prevents more of the experience from occurring?
I guess it just doesn't feel like it's in my control.
Because
The
other person
has,
what?
their own guidance system and
Yes.
needs and yada yada.
Yada yada. And so you are not trusting your synchronicity. You're not trusting what the relationship is actually for. You think it needs to be for something else other than what it is for, which is to put you in touch with the things that you believe you're missing.
Great. That's my second question.
There you go.
Thank you.
So what do you believe you're missing?
So I very much feel that I'm moving into this phase of my life where I need to be comfortable being seen.
Being seen. What's so uncomfortable about being seen? And being seen by whom? And for what reason?
I'm not really sure yet, but
Sure you are.
okay. Maybe in the work that I do.
Which is?
I do hypnotherapy and help
Is this
people.
your passion?
Yes,
All
very
right.
much.
Are you doing it in the most passionate way you can?
Right now, I feel like I'm ready to take it to a bigger level. It's starting to run
All
out.
right. And you're willing to act on that?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. And so?
So it almost feels like jumping off a cliff because
All
I
right.
know that it's necessary for me to be seen and be
Do you have a parachute? Which means, do you have a belief system that will allow you to know that you will land safely? Because if you don't believe that, don't jump. Because you have to honor your belief system that you're holding on to until such time as you give yourself the time to practice acting on your passion to the degree where you know that it will support you if you make the jump. If you don't know that, don't jump.
Do you have any perspective in mind?
Well, yes, I actually just said it, but I'll rephrase it. Take the time to act on your passion on the next level to whatever degree you can, to let it prove to you it can support you so that you will realize that it won't be such a big jump when you make the transition. Let it prove that it can support you by acting on it to the best you can within the parameters of the belief system you're holding on to. Give it a chance to prove itself.
So it's okay if I don't understand 100% or don't
Of course it's okay. There's no reason to judge yourself for having judgment.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're just compounding the judgment you have on yourself.
That's a really good point.
So if you're going to judge yourself, say, all right, I'm judging myself. All right, so what? Don't
Okay.
add more judgment to it. Otherwise, you're making the process take longer.
That makes a lot of sense.
I know. Astonishing, isn't it? How things can make sense when you just look at them a different way. When you let them be obvious.
I just think maybe you're extra smart. I'm not sure.
I am not extra smart. I just know that I am.
Okay.
When you know that you are, you will experience being extra smart. You are all extra smart. Remember, it's a myth that you only use 10% of your brains. You use 100% of your brains to make it seem like you're only using 10%. That's how clever you are. But if you know that that is just a sham, then you'll realize how smart you are, because you know you have to be very smart to fool yourself to make it seem like you're only using 10% of your brain. That takes a lot of brains.
Well, I'm going to be very smart and bring up one last topic.
All right.
So, being in the now is really important, obviously. That's all there is.
Yes.
And I've noticed that I'm having a harder time recalling memories and
Congratulations.
even things that I am inspired by. It's like the next
That's
week I
all
can't
right.
remember.
Remember, we have no memory at all. We know what we need to know when we need to know it. Not a second before, but not a second later.
But sometimes I feel I'm not able to express that in my speech. Like I miss the word or I can't
You'll
remember.
get used to it. and you'll know what to say. Right now, the difficulty you're having is just because you think you're supposed to be holding on to your memory in a certain way, and it doesn't actually serve you to do so. So you're just kind of dragging your heels. That's why you're having that experience. But you'll get used to it.
Okay.
You will. Just be okay with yourself. Be okay with what's happening. Be okay with what is. As soon as you are okay with what is happening will change. The only reason what is happening keeps happening is because you won't let it change by not being okay with what it is.
Damn,
you're
I
not
feel like
getting
that's my
out of it.
lesson.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Too smart. Okay. Well, thank you so much.
You are so welcome.